My name is Troy Nellis, Director of Alumni Relations and Development for the campus, but I also hold the title of Scholarship Director. I wanted to give you some quick tips on this year's scholarship season to make the process easier for you and to give you an explanation of how to move forward to be a successful applicant and receive a scholarship from North Hennepin Community College. First thing to mention, why FY23? People are confused by that, which makes perfect sense. These scholarships will be available to you for your fall 2022 and spring 2023 semesters. You're applying for them now. The application is actually open this moment until May 13th at midnight of 2022. After that, the scholarship season will close and the awards will begin to disperse starting on July 1. You will get a notification at that point. On July 2, you are notified of if you have not received a scholarship. So all notifications will occur on July 1 and 2, but then those awards will apply directly to your fall 22 semester and then your spring 2023 semester. How that works is, let's say hypothetically you get a $1,000 scholarship. 500 will apply directly to your fall semester. 500 will apply to your spring 2023 semester. That's how you get the FY23 indicator for the scholarship season. Now, before we start, I want to show you the application. It's a one-time application, which will actually put you in the running for all scholarships available at the campus. So you're just filling out the one app. But I want to give you some context of how this process works. There are essentially 4 buckets of scholarships. Your first bucket, available to every North Hennepin Community College student, are the general scholarships. There are 29 such scholarships, multiple awards, but in name 29 scholarships, usually around the mark of 40 to 45 total scholarships that would distribute from that group. All you need is a 2.0 and 6 credits enrolled for each semester to receive those awards. So you're considered automatically for those 29 scholarships no matter what. The second thing you'll look at is your major. Majors like nursing and business, construction management, building inspection technology, computer science, quite well represented, and will actually have unique scholarships specific to those majors. Other majors like psychology aren't going to have any scholarships. This is all donor driven. Our donors will contribute, and it's a matter of how the donor resonates with the scholarship. But if you are a psychology major, for instance, and you're focusing on those general scholarships. Your third bucket is what are called specialized scholarships. So if you are a TRIO student, if you are a veteran, if you live in a particular geographic region, remarkably, Phi Theta Kappa member, an honor student, all have unique scholarships, providing your third opportunity to be able to get a scholarship at the campus. The fourth bucket is unique. It's the Minnesota Workforce Development Scholarships. These are only offered to those in the health sciences, so nursing and med lab tech would be good examples of those programs, computer science and exercise science. The state awards students that are going into high demand careers by giving you scholarships to incentivize students enrolling in those particular majors. So that's why those majors are singled out. That is a $5,000 award. You apply for it both years. So your first year, you could receive $2,500. Second year, $2,500 if you are in those majors. Now, I've given you that context. Last thing I'd mention, there's over $250,000 in scholarships available this year, so lots of great opportunity for you to receive a scholarship from the campus. Now I'm just going to do some screen sharing to show what an easy process this one-step application is. You'll log on to our page at payingcollege/scholarships. You'll see in the center here a scholarship application and the button apply here. Once you've clicked on this, you're going to actually notice a bit of information at the top that I do want you to take a look at, but basically we're giving you some simple instructions. I want you to review the guidelines because it highlights what you need to do to have a complete and a successful application. But once you're there, you're going to see this is already pre-populated with my information, but essentially you'll type in your STAR ID. You'll see all your information populate into that screen. You're going to declare your major. You're going to talk to me about what level of credits you plan to be in for the fall of 2022. And then high school information, graduation year. You'll have a few choices here. Most are going to select NHCC student, but some of this may apply to others. And then you're going to happen across the 4 essays. Now, to qualify for all scholarships at North Hennepin, you have to complete 4 separate essays. These are standard to the application. Puts you in consideration again for all of the scholarships that are available to you. The buckets of scholarship money you're looking at are general, major specific, demographic specific or specialized. And then finally, some of you will qualify for the Minnesota Workforce Scholarships. Now, in the beginning with these essay questions, you're going to spend some time with this, and I need to highlight, absolutely reach out to the Writing Center. Cindy Johannick and her team are waiting for you there to help you turn in a world-class essay. Essays are a vital part of the scholarship process and often will determine who and who does not get a scholarship based on that essay score. We actually have readers. All your information will be redacted from the application, but they're going to see your essays and they're going to score those essays. I have 3 readers read each and every essay, and that becomes a composite score of those 3 scores from 3 separate readers. Now, these first 4 essay questions, they are connected exclusively to all of the general scholarships or any scholarship that does not require an additional essay. And there are a few of those that we'll see a little bit later. So your first essay, really, what is your interest in your major or program and how does it ultimately relate to your future goals? Coaching questions there. Essays, 400 words, give you a little fudge and you can go to 410, but at 410, it'll cap and it'll stop you from entering any other information or any other words. So be succinct here. Again, reach out to the Writing Center. Cindy can set up a Zoom appointment, an in-person appointment. I know that they have a number of different ways that they'll interact with students, but definitely schedule an appointment with her to make sure your essays are as good as they possibly can be. Second essay really has to do with life circumstance and life experience and how it has influenced your growth, how you've grown as a person because of what you've experienced in life. A few more coaching questions, again, another 400 word essay response there. Your third essay is really about volunteering in service that you performed. That can be in a number of places. It could be student life, it could be Phi Theta Kappa, maybe in your TRIO program, maybe it could be with your congregation or your denomination. Any volunteering, a community partner could all be applicable. More coaching questions, and you'll talk about those activities and service and any awards, specifically honors, recognitions that you've received. Final essay, quite simple. It's about why are you deserving of an NHCC scholarship, looking at how it will benefit you. And once that has occurred, how do you see yourself giving back yourself in the future? Those are the 4 standard essays. Now we're going to get to this screen, which kind of divides up those buckets that I was talking to you about. The general scholarships, which every student here at North Hennepin will qualify for, as long as you're in 6 credits and a 2.0 GPA overall, you qualify for those general scholarships. Second bucket, what's my major? In my business, in my construction management, paralegal. The list goes on of different majors that our donors will support, but you will look at those lists and you can see a number of them are all listed here. And that will give you a vantage point to find out what other scholarships you might qualify for. Now, in both cases, there could be an additional essay, and we'll look at a couple of those in a minute, but your third bucket is that specialized scholarship. So think, am I a veteran? Am I a Phi Theta Kappa member? Am I an honors student? We have interesting ones that are geographic in nature. So do you live in Brooklyn Park? Those are those specialized scholarships that donors are contributing to. That's your third bucket of scholarships to think about and consider applying for. Finally, Minnesota Workforce Scholarships, very specific to nursing and health professions, computer science, or exercise science. If you are in any of those majors, apply for the Minnesota Workforce Scholarships, an award of up to $5,000 over the course of 2 years. They're awarded by the state, but definitely consider those scholarships if you are in any of those majors. Now, in saying all of that, I'm going to look at a couple of these for you. In the any general category, you'll see a number of things which you're always wanting to scrutinize the criterion. Okay, that's for all majors. That means everybody. Do I have 75% of my degree complete? If you don't, then that wouldn't be one that you're going to apply for. Same is true of some of these others as you look down the list. There's minimum GPAs. Some of them will require letters of recommendation. You can see I said yes to all of these for the purpose of this presentation, but you can look and understand with emerging leaders, okay, all majors, okay, I'm still in. 2.5, yep, definitely. Oh, I need to get 2 letters of recommendation, outlining my leadership and influence on other people. And you'll see here the letter of recommendation fields. It gives you a narrative and says 2 people. It doesn't say faculty. It doesn't say staff. It's just 2 people. This could mean people that you worked for, people that you've encountered in your journey that can attest to your leadership skills. But you're going to go through all of these, and I'll highlight this one here as well. Dr. Helling, his scholarship is one of 2 that if you are in your final semester of coursework here at North Hennepin, spring semester, and you are ready to wrap up and move on to your 4-year degree, these are 2 that travel with you. The Dr. Helling scholarship, and then the other one is Jerry Sandvik. You'll see with Helling, another essay. So in addition to those 4 essays you've already written for that puts you in play for every scholarship the campus has, Dr. Helling in his scholarship says, I need an additional essay. You'll write for this essay, and this essay will actually determine who gets the scholarship in this case. So, and I should highlight with Sandvik and Helling, you will not need to complete the other 4 essays. You're just going to complete this essay. But as you go down this list, you'll see a number of these scholarships have additional essays or additional letters of recommendation to consider. So as you're scrolling down, kind of make that your strategy. These are all the general scholarships. And then just for the sake of argument, I'm an education major. There's another one that you should consider. Or I am in the TRIO program. There's another one to consider. The Minnesota Workforce Scholarships are actually embedded directly in the majors themselves. I wish you all the best on your application. I hope that I have the happy fortune of contacting you on July 1 to tell you that you've received a scholarship. Please reach out to us here at the Foundation office if we can be of any support. I am in Educational Services, room 17. You can see my phone number and email pretty much in every document in marketing that we've done for this, but please reach out if we can be of help. Do use the Writing Center. I know it'll make every difference in your application, and I wish you all the best on this FY23 application season.